young adults moving back in with mom and dad. According to the Pew Research Center, 26% of millennials live with their folks at the beginning of the year. Well, as you know, this can cause a lot of headaches for the parents. This could end up delaying their retirement, and many have anxiety about their finances. Joe Bert, Certified Financial Planner at the Certified Financial Group, is joining us this morning with more on this. Great to see you as always.
Good morning, Amy.
All right, so unfortunately, what we're seeing here is a bit of an epidemic.
Yeah.
What happens is these parents, right, they're sort of the helicopter parents.
Yes.
They raise up these kids who really can't function out in the real world.
Right,
so what happens? They come home.
Yeah, when they should be moving up, they're moving in. Bad situation. And we're talking about the group from 18 to 34-year-old. This is where the biggest problem is. And it really creates some anxiety in the baby boomers, which is my generation. You know, kids are coming back. Now what do we do? We're looking for retirement, hoping to retire, and now we've got kids back home.
So what do you do as a parent?
Right.
What are some of the, because I'm sure you have clients who run into this. What advice do you give?
The first advice you have to have is understand what the circumstances are, what the ramifications are of your making this decision, because now you've got another 1 or 2 more mouths to feed, and it depends on how much you're going to enable them. What are you going to do for them? You're going to give them free rent? Now, rent isn't necessarily free, because you got to remember, like running the household, you've got electricity.
Sure.
You're maybe going to wash their clothes. You're going to provide food on the table, give them gas money, all that other stuff. So what the parent needs to do is figure out what the financial ramifications are. And at the risk of sounding self-serving, they need to sit down and do some planning. And it may not be as bad as you think, or it might be worse than you think. But you need to know.
Okay, so what about, and we've heard this a million times, what about giving, your kid a loan? Is it really a loan?
Well, those are the loans that are usually not paid back, but it's a start. Oftentimes, parents will suggest, okay, you're going to come back home. We need a contract. We need some agreements. We need some ground rules as to what you're responsible for and what I'm responsible for and how long we're going to do this. And then if you're going to do a loan, you can formalize it, put it in writing. You're going to loan the money. This way the kid feels that he or she has some obligation.
Well, and Joe, and a lot of times in these cases, you'll hear the parents say, well, Bobby's saving up for, a down payment on a house. So he's got a great job, but he lives here just so he can save up money for this down payment.
Right. But really, you're providing the down payment because you're providing the support. Now, if you've got the resources to do that, it's fine. But if you're jeopardizing your own personal retirement and financial well-being in the future, you've got a big problem. And the good news is that these kids are healthy. What you got to do is get them out of the house, get them a job, even if they're flipping hamburgers. And for a lot of kids, unfortunately, that's below really what they want to do. But you've got to face reality.
Right. And what about dipping into your own retirement to help them out?
No.
Corinne's just asking the question.
No, one of the worst things you could possibly do, and in some cases, you're not only going to have taxes, you may have some penalties on top of that, so you're really jeopardizing retirement. One of the worst things you can absolutely do.
All right, get the baby bird out of the nest.
You got to do it.
Fly.
You got to tough love. That's what it's all about.
It is. Joe Bert, great advice for all the parents out there.
Thanks.
Thanks, John.